So last year I was in the world's worst reading slump. Like I think I read, my goal was like 100 books. I maybe read 30. Excuse me, maybe. And like, yeah, sorry. And like, yeah, 30 books is good, right? For an average person, but I'm a reader. I read a lot of books. Anyway, this year though, I've started reading again. I've started reading more. And obviously it started with, at the end of last year, reading Heated Rivalry and all of the Game Changer series, going into this year as well. I've always known I love hockey romance, but let me put you on. I'm sure a lot of people have shared about this because I think this series is like 2 or 3 years old. But the Leighton University series, I think it's like C.E. Ritchie or something. The first book, Iced Out, Quentin and Oakley, they have a special place in my heart. Rivaling Ilya and Shane. Not gonna hold you. That book was so good. They're also rivals, but they're rivals that play on the same team. They played on the same team the entire time, except for like early high school or something. One is a hockey like legacy, a hockey yeah, I think legacy is the thing. And then the other is also a super rich kid, but not a legacy. So he feels like the other one gets prioritized, and they just have this rivalry, and the way things go down for the two of them is so cute. Like I love them. I love them down. I love them bad. Then the next book, this is actually why I actually wanted to talk about this, because the next book, y'all gotta hear me out, pissed me off so bad. It's Holden and Phoenix. So Holden is Oakley's best friend, and Phoenix is just this random guy, right? But you meet Holden thinking that he's dating this, I'm not gonna tell you actually I am, this is not spoiler free. You meet Holden thinking that he's dating Kaysen, right? But Kaysen's best friend is Phoenix. Turns out Holden and Phoenix hooked up like the semester before that, Holden and Kaysen, because they're both on the football team. And it's not just hockey exclusive, it's like all the sports. Holden and Kaysen, on the same football team, start flirting with each other, whatever, start kind of seeing each other, very, very casual, very like non-committal. But again, it turns out that Phoenix, baseball player, had slept with Holden, and Holden didn't remember because he was blackout drunk. And so when Phoenix finds out that Kaysen is into Holden, Phoenix kind of like in a way is concerned because he is overly protective of Kaysen because they have a very codependent relationship. But it's that he doesn't want he doesn't want Kaysen to experience from Holden what he experienced, because in his mind, because as Holden is around Phoenix, like Holden has no idea who he is. Holden is just acting like it never happened, because to Holden's memory, it didn't happen. And so Phoenix is like a dick to him, right? Does like a lot of stuff, a lot of twisted stuff. Meanwhile, like Kaysen's literally seeing him and is basically dogging Kaysen out, like, yeah, I can't believe you was sleeping with him. He's such a slut. He's such a this. He's such a that. And you're like, fucked him, right? Cool, great, whatever. So they start this whole like secret affair as Holden is like slowly pulling away from Kaysen. Is that kind of like a little shitty? Yeah, but like they never slept together or anything like that. So it's like fine on Holden's end, but on Phoenix's end, when I tell you that book pissed me off so much, when I tell you like from start to finish, that book pissed me off. Like I couldn't even really appreciate the love story between Holden and Phoenix because the way that it went down pissed me off bad. One thing I hate is a liar. And then to like say you're lying for the sake of love, like I deserve to be happy too. No one ever said that you didn't deserve to be happy, babe. But I mean, maybe instead of letting my boyfriend blow you, not even my boyfriend, but the dude who I brought on vacation, letting him blow you while I'm looking for him, literally getting, I'm asking you, hey, have you seen Holden? And he's literally in your bed blowing you at that moment. Are you serious? Are you serious? And of course, Kason doesn't find this out, but like, it's just a bad look for me, and it's not even really like the cheating aspect of it, because it wasn't really cheating. And also, like, again, I mean, like, yeah, I have qualms with cheating, but not to this point to where it was just like, I don't know, the way that the writer went about their story. And she prefaces with, it's not going to be for everyone. I don't blame her on that or anything like that. Not judging her, but just the two of them, oh my god, just like pissed me off so bad. Pissed me off so bad. I'm trying not to like reveal too much, but it just pissed me off so much. And they do exist in a very codependent relationship, to where Phoenix has a savior complex. He has a hero complex. And Kaysen just got a little too dependent on Phoenix, and just got a little too dependent on Phoenix always being there to save him, to help him out, and what have you. So Phoenix feels like he deserves to be happy. He deserves to put himself first. He feels like he's put Kaysen first for everything, because also they go to Layton University. Kaysen was always going to go to Layton. Phoenix was gonna go to like this school Fulton for baseball, and Kaysen essentially asked him to go to Layton, and he decided to. Like, he switched the entire trajectory of his life to go to Layton, and he has always harbored resentment for that. And I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of a thing of like, yeah, that's so valid. It's like a both sides sort of thing. Like, I see both sides of it. I just think that the way that, and like I see Phoenix's point and everything, I just think that the way that he went about it, the like harm and destruction that he caused was just unnecessary. And then I think like, and then when it all blew up, because Kaysen sees what's going on between the two of them, kind of, and he pulls Phoenix aside and he's like, hey, are you guys seeing each other? And the time where you had like time to tell the truth, you don't, obviously, right? And so he ends up finding out in a very fucked up way, because like Holden is literally in Phoenix's hotel room, and Kaysen goes up to his game, because Kaysen goes to all his games, and this was a close away game, and he like goes up to his game to like see him or whatever, and like knocks on his room door, and obviously Phoenix answers, and Holden thinks that it's someone else, and so Holden like comes out of the bathroom naked, mind you, and then it like unfolds. And instead of taking it on the chin, and also being like, hey, I think this is really codependent, and this was a way for me to prioritize myself. Yeah, I fucked up, like that's on me, and this is my thing. Like, he basically threw a bitch fit and was like, I deserve to be happy, and if you're gonna ask me to choose between you and him, it's gonna be him, because I'm in love with him, and I deserve to have love. No one ever said you didn't deserve love, babe. And he actually never asked you to choose between him and Holden. He literally never asked that. To be honest, it was actually never about Holden, because Kaysen didn't think twice about Holden. Like, yeah, he still kind of had feelings for him and stuff, but it was like limerence, because Kaysen was a virgin, and he was just like caught up, right? And Holden's hot and flirty. And so they have this like massive friendship breakup, but at least the Kaysen story. So that's OT. They have this like massive friendship breakup, and then like Phoenix and Holden continue their relationship again. It pissed me off bad. I hate the rest of the look. Like, and I do like Holden, so I stuck it out, and I like the like universe, and I like the writers. Like, she's a decent author, you know. So but oh, it pissed me off bad. It pissed me off bad, girl. It pissed me off bad. Also, what I want to say is, it's so funny for me, because typically in interconnected standalone series, it's either that I absolutely adore the first book, the first couple, love them down, love them through everything, or I hate the first couple. There's literally never in between, and I love Oakley and Quentin down. So Phoenix, because also Phoenix and Kaysen were roommates, obviously. Phoenix and Kaysen have a friendship breakup. They decide that they need to like really take some time apart, and it's actually really good. It's actually they actually handle it, both of them, in a very mature way, in that they do separate. They move out. Like, obviously, I also like Phoenix moves in with Holden, like Kaysen, and they both go to therapy and all that, right? But you find that out in Kaysen's book. Kaysen ends up moving in. Here's the thing: Quentin and Oakley were called up to the NHL, so they're professional hockey players now. Well, they're rookies, right? Like at the farm thingy, or maybe they got traded up. I think they actually play. Never mind, they actually play. They actually play. They get drafted. So Quentin was living with his best friend Hayes, his like best friend down. Oakley was living in a roommate, like in a house with Holden, Theo, who you also meet, Braxton, Braxton was kicked out, literally kicked out of the school. If you read it, you'll know why. And did I say Theo? Theo, Camden, whatever, right? So Oakley moves out. What was I saying? This is why I don't do book reviews, because I'm so scatterbrained. Oh, right. So because Phoenix and Case have this friendship breakup, and because Hayes is already looking for a roommate because Quentin moved out, through word of mouth, because they're all kind of like running in the same circles at this point. Kaysen finds out that Hayes is looking for a roommate, and they move in with each other. And like Hayes and Quentin have been best friends their entire life, so they lived with each other all throughout college. And this was Hayes's senior year, so he's spending his senior year without his best friend, and then him and Kaysen couldn't be more different, like more different. It's really, really cute. And so this like they kind of get start off on a bad foot, and then what else happens? I'm trying for this one because I also really like this one too. I'm trying not to give too much. They slowly start to actually become friends, because it turns out they both are into horror movies or whatever. So as roommates, they slowly start to hang out more, and Hayes sees Kaysen swiping on dudes on this series like version of Grindr, right? And so Hayes just like takes essentially like slowly starts taking over, and because he wants Kaysen out of the house sometimes so that he can just have alone time, right? Because he's so used to like his solitude and all that. So he slowly starts sending him on dates and stuff, like vetting the guys, like completely just vetting the guys. He picks based off of not their looks, just their profiles and everything, right? Just like the quality of person that he thinks that they are, and then he lets Kaysen go from there. So Kaysen ends up going on a date with Madden. We'll get to Matt later. Kaysen goes on a date with this guy Madden, and him and Hayes had plans, but he had told Hayes like, "Hey, we're not hanging out. Like, I get a date, whatever." And this is when I also forgot to remember this. Also, this book, this series is very, very like diverse, because Quentin is bisexual. Oakley is gay. Oakley has been out. His team has known he's out this entire time, so that's really good. With Phoenix and Holden, both are out. Kaysen was the one who was like kind of not really out. And then with Kaysen's story, like Kaysen is gay, and it turns out that Hayes is demisexual. He's demi. He's on the A spectrum. Diversity, right? So it hits him like a ton of bricks, like randomly, that he's actually like into Kaysen, like has romantic feelings for Kaysen, because he ends up going to where him and Amanda are having a date, and gets super pissed, and he's in the bathroom about to leave, and then Kaysen comes in all pissed off, and they're like going at it, and then they kiss, and it's like, it's cute. And basically they start their little relationship from there. But they do have like some stuff goes down, but obviously they're romance books, so like they're happily ever afters. And then you get to Matt and Theo's book. Theo, again, a roommate of Oakley and Holden's, former former Oakley, because Oakley's right. Theo, his and Madden, you don't you kind of like you hear about Madden and Cason's book, but like just that date thing, you don't really know anything about him. Turns out Madden goes to their rival school, Blackmore. Oh, Hayes is not an athlete, by the way. But Theo, baseball player, Madden, baseball player at Blackmore, rival university. This one, I thought that like, okay, when I was reading them at first, I was like, I think that Hayes and Kaysen and Theo and Madden are like neck and neck for me at tied two, right? No, I think that Theo and Madden are two for me. They're two. They're two. And it's not that there's anything wrong with Hayes. Like, it's just, oh, their story. I just love their story bad. And the South America has a kink for stepbrothers because they're stepbrothers. So randomly, like, his dad cheats on his mom. What? Theo's dad cheats on his mom with Madden's mom, Carla, a single mom who was like his assistant, and they end up getting married. You find out a lot more about that later, but they end up getting married, and so Madden and Theo are now stepbrothers, and forced proximity. So first off, the parents forced them to go on a trip, on a vacation, on a family vacation, and obviously they have to share a room, and they were supposed to have two double queens, but obviously the hotel was like double booked because it's the holidays, and so they share one bed, and like nothing really happens, but the fact that like they hate each other and they share one bed, it was insane. So like for a week they spend time together, and like Madden is like constantly trying to get to know Theo, just like make the most of the situation, and Theo's not having it. And then they go back to school. Well, the attraction is there, and so they do kind of like have a thing, but then like Theo runs away, and then for the rest of the book, they're like at different schools, and they do end up kind of just like having to admit this attraction to each other, like cooking up, and they just like slowly fall in love with each other. And it's just so stinking cute. So anyway, I have to get better at doing like book reviews and like talking about like books and stuff, because I'm normally all over the place. But if you're looking for a like nice interconnected standalone like series, and it's not a lot of the sports stuff, because I couldn't care less. That's one thing I loved about Heated Rivalry. Sports hockey was the friends we made along the way. Right? That was Fade to Black. This is like a slightly more, but it's pretty Fade to Black. It's pretty Fade to Black on the actual like hockey, sports, whatnot. So it features hockey, football, and baseball. Yeah, and then at the end of next month, we have Camden and Logan's story, and Logan is Oakley's little brother, and Camden is one of like the housemates. So I'm very excited to see the tea on that. Also, excuse me, Logan is very Logan is very anti-sports. So seeing how that unfolds is gonna be cute. I'm pretty sure Camden is a hockey player as well. Yeah. And it's just the friendships that are made. Top tier. Check it out if any of that sounds interesting. I don't know, but also thanks for listening to me ramble. I might do more of these. I might not. Who knows? I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.